Hey guys, it's Matt from Total MTG here, and it's Deck Tech Tuesday. And this week I have made a standard brew, and it's IZZET Control, so blue-red control. Yep, so do you want further ado? Let's start looking at these creatures, what we start off with in the deck. So, if you know me at the moment, you know I am putting Thing and Ice in nearly every deck I'm playing. So, it has made IZZET Control, but it does fit the deck as well. Because it's a good early creature. It's a 0-4 blocker for 2. So even if we don't get to flip it, we've still got a nice early blocker to stop any aggro decks coming in at us. So we're going to run 4 of them, and hopefully we will, flip it over. That would be nice. So there's not many creatures in this. Our other creature is a Sphinx of the Final Word. Good little control creature. It's a 5/5. It does cost 7, but it can't be counted as hexproof as well. And the instants and sorcery spells we control can't be countered by spells or abilities. So it's a pretty cool creature. So we go to our main win con now, which is the one and only, the big Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger. We're going to run 3 of these. When you cast Ulamog, Ceaseless Hunger, exile 2 target permanents. It's indestructible. It's a 10/10. When it attacks, they exile the top 20 cards. So by the time we get this down, it's not going to take, maybe 1, maybe even 2 attacks. And we could potentially win the game. So we will now go to the Planeswalkers in the decks. We run 2 of each. We've got 2 Chandra Flamecaller, which can be a win con in itself. Chandra is such a good Planeswalker. You can discard all your hands and draw that many cards +1. The -X just deals X damage to each creature. And obviously we haven't got many creatures and they're big as well. And then we can +1 to put 2 3/1 elementals with haste on, so we can attack into Planeswalkers or people as well. And then the other Planeswalker I'm using is Jace, Unraveler of Secrets. I've got a couple of these in the deck. 5 mana Planeswalker, and it comes with Loyalty 5. +1 is Scry 1, then draw a card. -2 is return a creature to return his hand. And the -8, which I like, you get an emblem whenever the opponent casts his first spell, you get to counter that spell. So, I haven't managed to emblem the Jace yet, but hopefully we will. I'm not running Fringe Prodigy. One reason I haven't got them, and they're not easily accessible to everyone. Not everyone's got £360 or dollars, whatever they are now, for a playset of Jace. They're very expensive, but you can build decks without them, which is what I'm trying to show here. So we're going to do the spells that we have. We have Fiery Impulse. Cheap mana spell as well, which does help with an early Thing in Ice. We can ping something, so if we want to go the Thing in Ice route, and it does keep our opponent occupied while we're trying to get to our big Ulamog. So we're going to run 4 of them. Kozilek's Return, 2 damage to each creature. Whenever you cast an Eldrazi spell with mana cost 7 or greater, you can bring it back and do 5 damage to each creature. Obviously we've got the Ulamog, so that goes well with that. So we've got a couple of them. Onto the counter spell, we've got 4 Void Shatter, 1 and 2 blue, counter target spell. When it's countered this way, you get to exile it, which is important because a lot of people are running graveyard stuff, so you keep stuff out of their graveyard. So we're going to run 4 of them. Clash of Wills, play set a Clash of Wills as well, another counter spell, target spell, control plays X, which is good as well. And then to help us find the cards we need, Anticipate, a very good card. You get to look at the top 3, put 1 of them into your hand and the rest on the bottom in any order. So Anticipates, helps us go through our deck, thin our deck and get what we need. Spatial Link Contortion, +3/-3 spell to target creature. Costs 1 and a colourless. We've got colourless lands in there as well, so it's easily played for us. And it's another 2 mana potential early kill spell, potential late. It's going to hit, quite a few cards, Spatial Contortions. We're going to run a play set of them. And then just a one-of, I love this fun card, Crush of Tentacles. It costs 6, but you can play for its Surge. Return all non-land permanents to their owner's hands. If it was Surge cost to play, we get an 8/8 Octopus. So that's a cool one-of card in the deck as well. So we're going to go to the lands here. We've got 4 Shrine of the Forsaken Gods in there. We've got a Blighted Cataract, which is colourless as well, and lets us sacrifice for 5 and a blue to draw 2 cards. Then we're going to go to our basics. We've got 1 mountain, I think it's 7 islands. I will obviously leave a link to the description below for the deck list so you can see what the full count of all the proper cards are in case I'm talking too quickly and going through the cards. Wandering Funeral, really like this card at the moment. it costs 4 to turn it into a creature, but you know it's got a 1/4, or you can switch its power for 0 and become a 4/1. So we're going to run a full play set of Wandering Informers because we don't have many creatures. And then it's going to be 4 Highland Lake and 4 Shivan Reef. The old Shivan Reef, taps for colourless or red or blue. So that is the deck, guys. So you can see, you know, it's a different take on control. It's IZZET Control. I like using red, I like using blue. So you sort of make them together. Maybe you want to up the Planeswalkers a bit, but I think 4's enough at the moment because we don't want to, you know, it's not a Walker's deck. We want to get to Ulamog. We've got Thing and Ices to keep our opponents occupied. And a Sphinx as well. It's a nice flyer if we want to fly over the top and finish off some damage. And obviously that stops our spells from being countered. So, right guys, we're going to go to the sideboard now. So we've got a couple of negates in there. Counter target non-creature spell. Obviously everyone knows about negate, good card. I'm going to try this as a one-off. You know, there is quite a few graveyard decks out there, or maybe we want to just shuffle our own library back in. It costs 4, so I'm going to try it as a one-off, maybe a bring it in. You get to shuffle his or her library graveyard into their library, and we get to draw a card as well. So that's pretty sweet. We've got a couple of roasts in there. Sorry, we've got 3 in there. Full play set of Warping Whale. I like the versatility of this card. Exile target creature power 1, toughness or less. So it deals with Jace Vryn's Prodigy. Counter target sorcery spell against all the good ramp decks that are running Traverse the Otherworld. What else they run? Vegetation, trying to figure the cards now, Silver Scry and stuff like that. So we get to you know, sort of stuff like that with a counter sorcery spell. And if we're struggling, you know, if we're struggling to find that extra land, we can put a colourless Scion down to help us into our big Ulamogs and stuff like that. So very versatile, the Warping Whale. Got another couple of Kozilek's Return in case we've got any small weenie creature decks. You know, we want to be drawing this early, clearing the field. And then we run a 3 of Thought Not Seer. Another creature to bring in, and obviously it's a controlling type of creature. When it enters the battlefield, target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card, and you get to exile that card, which is pretty good. You know, early game, mid game, you know, nicking Saurians and stuff like that, or their own Chandras. It's very good for, you know, they do get to draw a card when this leaves the battlefield, but for 4 mana, a 4/4 that, you know, basically gives us, you know, like a Thought Seize there without losing the 2 life. You know, can't complain about that, can we? So, guys, that was the IZZET Control deck. I hope you like this deck. I think it's going to be fun to play. Hopefully I'm going to keep it together, so next time one of the guys come down, I'll put it on a versus match. Probably won't be able to make it online because, as everyone knows, unless you've got your Chandras, that's all good and good. But Chandras are hideously priced on MTG. I think they're like 21 tickets. I mean, it's a very good card, but I'm not going to go and, you know, spend 40 tickets. Maybe, well, you know, I can borrow a couple of Chandras off one of my subscribers or something like that if they feel generous. And obviously I'll give them straight back. I just, you know, just to record a video. So maybe I can get Chandras that way. Or trade towards them, or you never know. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think about the IZZET Control deck. Any ideas, anything you think I should add in, please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, guys, this has been Deck Tech Tuesday. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe, and we'll see you next week. Cheers, guys.